Rise and shine, my dear students. My name is Teacher Joanna C. Steliore. We will be discussing today the properties of operations on the set of integers. The first property is the closure property. Two integers that are added and multiplied remain as integers. The set of integers is enclosed under addition and multiplication. The closure property of addition for real numbers states that if a and b are real numbers, then a plus b is a unique real number. Example of this is by adding two real numbers, we produces another real number. So you can choose any real number that you want. Example of this are 15 and 16. If we add 15 and 16, the answer is 31. So we produces another real number, which is 31. Next is the closure property of multiplication for real numbers. It states that if a and b are real numbers, then a times b is a unique real number. Example is multiplying two real numbers produces another real number. Example of this are 26 and 12. If we multiply 26 and 12, we produces another real number, which is 312. Next property is commutative property. Changing the order of two numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change the value. So we have a plus b is equal to b plus a. A times b is equal to b times a. Examples of this are, we add 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 2 is also 5. So the value is the same. Example number 2 is 100 plus 99 is equal to 99 plus 100. The sum of 100 plus 99 is 199. The sum of 99 plus 100 is also 199. Example number 3, multiplying negative 4 and negative 15 is equal to negative 15 times negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 15 is positive 60. Negative 15 times negative 4 is also positive 60. Next example. 2 times 3 is equal to 3 times 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 2 is also 6. So the value is the same. So note that subtraction and division are not commutative. Next property, associative property. Changing the grouping of numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change its value. So we have the sum of a and b plus c is equal to a plus the sum of b and c. Also, we have the product of a and b times c is equal to a times the product of b times c. So let's take a look on these examples. Example number 1. The sum of 2 and 3 plus 4 is equal to 2 plus the sum of 3 plus 4. So we check if they are equal. Okay, so we first add the numbers inside the parentheses. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 4 is 7. So we have 5 plus 4 is equal to 2 plus 7. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 7 is 9. So they are equal. Next example. the product of 4 and 3 times 5 is equal to 4 times the product of 3 and 5. So we check if they are equal. So we first multiply the numbers inside the parentheses. So 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. So we have there 12 times 5 is equal to 4 times 15. 12 times 5 is 60. 4 times 15 is 60. So they are equal. So remember that subtraction and division are not associative. Next property is distributive property. When two numbers have been added or subtracted and then multiplied by a factor, the result will be the same. When each number is multiplied by the factor and the product are then added or subtracted. So we have there A times the sum of B plus C. So we have there, we distribute A. So A times B, we have AB, plus A times C, we have AC. Also, we have A times the difference of B and C. A times B is AB, minus A times C is AC. Let's take a look on these examples. First, 2 times the sum of 3 and 4 is equal to 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4. Okay, so we have 2 times 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. Is equal to 2 times 3, we have 6. 2 times 4, we have 8. 2 times 7 is 14. 6 plus 8 is also 14. So they are equal. Next example, we have 5 times the difference of 8 and 3 is equal to, we distribute 5, so we have 5 times 8 minus 5 times 3. Okay, so we have there 8 minus 3 is 5. So 5 times 5 is equal to 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 5 is 25. 40 minus 15 is 25. So they are equal. Next property is identity property. First, we have additive identity. It states that the sum of any number and 0 is the given number. 0 is the additive identity. So if we add 0 to any number, the sum is the given number. So we have A plus 0 is equal to A. Example is 4 plus 0 is equal to 4. Next is multiplicative identity. It states that the product of any number and 1 is the given number. A times 1 is equal to A. 1 is the multiplicative identity. So we have A times 1 is equal to A. So if we multiply 1 to any number, the answer is the given number. Example of this is 12 times 1 is equal to 12. That is the multiplicative identity. Next is the inverse property. First, we have additive inverse. It states that the sum of any number and its additive inverse is 0. The additive inverse of a positive number is the negative number of that number. That is A plus Negative A. Negative A is the additive inverse of positive A. If we add them, we have 0. And the additive inverse of a negative number is the positive of that number. That is, we have negative A plus its additive inverse, which is positive A, is equal to 0. Example, we have 9 plus its additive, which is negative 9. The answer is 0. Next, negative 58 plus its additive inverse. The answer is 0. So that is for additive inverse. Next is for multiplicative inverse property. It states that the product of any number and its multiplicative inverse or reciprocal is 1. The multiplicative inverse of the number A is 1 over A. So we have A times 1 over A is equal to 1. So take a look on these examples. Number 1, 6 times 1 over 6 is equal to 1. So 6 times 1 is 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. Next example, 4 over 7 is times 7 over 4 is equal to 28 over 28. 28 over 28 is also equal to 1. Okay, so that was the different properties of operations on the set of integers. So let's recall now the different properties of operations on the set of integers. First property is the closure property. Next is the commutative property. Next, associative property. Fourth one is the distributive property. We also have the identity property. And lastly, we have the inverse property. Okay, so that ends my discussion for today. Remember, class, that just because something is difficult doesn't mean you shouldn't try. It just means you should try harder. Thank you for listening and good luck for your module for this week.